Hello, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to another vlog. It has been a while, guys, but welcome. It's a new year. We are starting off the new year right by bringing you some content. So for today, we are making a wrap. It's 2025. We just want to start off the year healthy, eating right. So today we are making a scrumptious wrap. So come along and let us just let us do this. And I also want to wish you a blessed 2025. May the Lord bless you. May He keep you. May He makes all your may He protect you, and may He makes all your dreams come true in 2025. So in today's video, like I already said, we are making a wrap. So I'm just cutting up some vegetables. I cut up the spinach already. I'm now cutting up the like other vegetables. I have red cabbage also already cut up. I'm cutting up carrots next, and I'm gonna mix up everything. I'm gonna mix up everything in the pan. You see in a bit. I'm also adding in my green pepper. But yeah, it was really a good meal, and I hope you'll be able to like try this out. All right, so in the pan, I had already cooked my mince a bit. This is just beef mince. It's a lean one that I've chosen. I already added some onion and garlic, and I didn't record that, unfortunately. So now I'm adding the rest of my vegetables into the pan, and I've also added my fresh basil leaves, which I just picked. You saw from my balcony. At the same time, I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit. But next, what I'll be adding up it's some corn, and those are the spices that I'll be using. So it's sweet chili. I'll use it as part of my sauce. You'll see how I'll use it. I'm adding also some salt in there. I'll use the black pepper. I'll use paprika, one of my absolute favorite. But then really in this meal, I'm trying to make it as natural as possible. So I also want to keep it as like nutritious as possible. So I'm adding I'm adding less spice. If anything, if I have fresh spices, I'll rather use that over the dried spices. But for today, we are using salt, pepper, paprika, and the basil. That is all I'm adding, and then the rest is then the vegetables which I'm adding. But comment down below, like I am really trying to like get away from spices. What are your alternatives? What would you add? But then for this meal, I really just took whatever was in my fridge in terms of the vegetables. But you can add others if you have more like red and yellow peppers. You can also add those. If you have beans, you can also add those. I had frozen corns, which I had also fried up earlier. So and I'm also adding a chili just to add that Mexican taste. But I'm not sure how Mexican it is without without beans, to make it into like a proper burrito or like a wrap, the Mexican way, especially with the rice and the beans which are missing. But I was happy with the results of this wrap in the end. So yeah, so we'll continue cooking, just making sure that the vegetables do not overcook, that they remain crunchy, and that all the vitamins are still in the vegetables, and that we don't overcook them. So that was really the goal, to make a healthy meal in a fun way, if I should say that. So yeah, so we're gonna continue cooking that. So come along. Next up, I have just finished with my meat. I am now going to warm my wraps. And I'm also preparing what I'll be adding onto the wraps. I have a celery stick, which I'm just cutting up there. I also have some gherkins, or like my niece called it the other day, pickles. She was so confused when I was saying, can I have gherkins? She's like, what is that? And yeah, so maybe the young people will call it pickles. So I'm also preparing some pickles. I'm adding some of the water, which is coming from the pickle bottle. And then I have my fresh basil leaves, which I'll also add up in the end. So also, while my pan is heating up, I'm also preparing my sauces, which I'll be adding to my wrap. So I've just taken the sweet chili and some mayonnaise that I'm adding in there, just trying to get the right balance. You can also use yogurt. I actually wanted to use plain yogurt, but then I chose in the end to use mayonnaise instead of the yeah. So really, if you're on the healthy side, like extreme, you can use plain yogurt. You don't have to use mayonnaise. So yeah, so just heating up my pan, and then I'm just taking my wrap out. I throw it in the pan. I turn it around so that it doesn't burn like you have seen. I haven't added anything to the pan. I just warmed it up, and I'm just turning it around until I get the bubbles, and I'll show you in a bit. Then I know that it's ready. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. So the bubbles are coming, as you can see. Just where I'm pointing right now, those are some of the bubbles which are coming in the pan. And yeah, I'm just making sure that it doesn't overheat and it doesn't dry up. But those are the bubbles which are coming along. So yeah, once it was nicely warm, I took it off, and then I'm just preparing to put together everything. So I'm just taking, because the mince was a lot, I'll use some later. So because I'm just making one wrap for lunch, so I that was more than enough. And then yeah, so I'm now laying my wrap, as you can see. So so I started putting the sauce under, which I have mixed up, and then I'll add my meat and my vegetable mix on top. And then I'll add some more sauce, just to make sure that everything is mixed up together. Not too much. Don't add too much sauce. And then I'll add my pickle and my celery sticks. Just and the pickles and the celery stick really added some like crunchiness to this meal. And then in the end, I just throw on my fresh basil leaves, and I'm just folding it up just getting ready to to like dip in there, and it was so good, guys. It was really, really good. In the end, I ended up putting some like toothpicks just to hold it together, but you can also wrap it up nicely. But for me, I just wanted to eat. Like you can see, I took my first bite already. So yeah, and it was so good. It was really, really good. Yeah, it was so nice and fresh. Yeah, so comment down below. What do you think about this? Is it something which you would do?